I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua Ba'Hashem, Rachakwadash, the Monastery Apostles and Elders of Grace Millstone, who rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to you, sincere brothers out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. I'm going to just jump right into it. And it's 2nd Esdras 4 and 31. It said, "Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth." And, looking at the videos, because it is a balance to, what you see, what you read, what you're putting into yourself. But part of what we're doing, what we're bringing out, the things that we look up and bringing out certain things in the news is us pondering all these things brought forth by the evil seed. And we know that evil seed is is brought forth by Esau. All right, the rulers of this earth who have made all of this corruption, all of this poison, all this filth upon the earth. It said, "And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor should they fill? Then I answered and said, How and when shall these things come and pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil?" And, that's the time we're living in now. We're living in the times where the years are few and evil. All right. And the scripture talks about how you have all these men who desire to see what we see, basically, desire to know what we know. You know what I'm saying? It's been, millions of people who they want to know the end. They want to know who created everything. They want to know the design for that creation. All of these different things which the Most High has given us. And it's the spirit, because me and an elder, we were talking about stocks, we were talking about silver, we were talking about different ways to make, this false currency that Esau has given us to work for you. And the apostle puts up, his video, he reposted his video on silver. I see another brother putting up something about Robinhood and about, certain stocks that you could get and certain ways you could get. Hey, it's ways, to make money out here. Right? It's ways, even though, we know that this place is about to be destroyed. All right, and that leads me to something I was thinking about: short-term goals and short-term thinking, and short-term thinking versus long-term understanding. Because the scripture says what? We've seen that all these things are going to be burnt up. What manner of person are you going to be? And we know that the destruction of this place is going to come. We know that Jacob's trouble is here in its first stages, but we know that trouble is going to ramp up. All right, and it's easy for you to just give up and try to say, as brothers have been saying, look, I'm gonna just we can get out of here tomorrow, so I'm gonna just bullshit around, and then once tomorrow gets here and you're still here, then you still have more responsibilities, you still got more things piling up, and that's just not responsible. All right, and then this is the scripture I wanted to get to, verse 35. It said, "Did not the souls..." No. It's verse 34. "And he answered me, saying, Do not thou hasten above the most highest, for thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded." And so we do hasten to see that day. We desire to see that day of the Lord, even though it's going to be darkness and not light. But we don't hasten above the most highest. All we can do is look and see the things that are presented, and then pray for them to continue to come and continue to fall, even though we know in doing that, it's going to get rougher and it's going to get even tougher. All right. So knowing all those things, what I'm saying, it's important for brothers to try to have some sort of preparation, spiritual preparation, of course, but then, if you're in a certain position, which all brothers may not be, then you got to try to you got to try to piece a couple of things, maybe, so you can kind of soften that fall. All right, which leads me to this, Matthew 6 and 11. "Give us this day our daily bread," which ultimately that's what it's about. Your daily bread. That's most important. But as we know, most of our forefathers, they dealt with gold, they dealt with silver, they dealt with animals, they dealt with all these different things that they had to manage. And so, they were given daily bread, but like Israel in the wilderness, they were given that manna, they were given the quails to eat. So at a certain point, we were just given that daily bread, which that might be what the position you are in, but then at a certain point, the Most High gives you an understanding of how things work. He gives you an understanding of how the economy works, and we know Esau rigs the game and stuff, and so we do our best to kind of use that to against him. You know what I'm saying? The even though it's written, "Give us this day our daily bread." Well, the men of the Lord, they still had a treasury. I believe the apostle said. It was estimated they had about $50,000. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about money, but it is, you do have to have a certain mindset, into the truth, because we're still men, and you do have a certain level of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That goes for me, that goes for anybody else. This is Isaiah 5:19. It said, that say, "Let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come, that we may know it." You know what I'm saying? And this is said out of hope. That's exactly what we're saying when we do these videos. Let him make speed. You know what I'm saying? But we don't hasten above the Most Highest. We just gotta kind of roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here as long as he wants us to be here. We could get out of there this year. Lord willing, we get out of this year. Lord willing, we get out of here tomorrow. But at the same time, we know that we're waiting on certain prophecies to happen. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting on certain things to kick off so we can roll into that valley of Jehoshaphat. We're waiting on that chip too, first and foremost. Hey, so we hasten for the day when the Most Highest makes his judgment. We hasten for that day where we don't have to be here anymore, where the elect is beamed up. But until then, we do have certain responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? And every brother has their lot for what their responsibilities are. All right, and the apostle went into this one too, man. This is an excellent scripture. This is Luke 16:9. It says, "And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitations." And he talked about that, how you should try to kind of network if you can with these people. You know what I'm saying? If you can, you and another brother could do business, put something together, or, if that brother's not working or something, you know what I'm saying? Because scraping by, it works. You get your daily bread, but, the scriptures talk about leisure. It helps you understand and learn the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The less you have to work, the more leisure time you have, the more time you have to collect your thought, the more times you have to be able to purify your spirit and search out the scriptures and fast and do all that sort of thing. So, hey, I'm just putting it out there through the spirit. I was, meditating upon all those things, and it's very important that we understand the balance, and we try to understand and make the best of, the opportunities that we're given. All right, we know man's goings and comings are of the Lord. That includes everything that you have. That includes the things that you see, the opportunities that might pop up. All of those things of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We got to make use every advantage possible that the Lord gives us. All right, because the Lord calls us to be what? Kings and priests. The priests had the most royal garments in Israel. That was in the law, that the priests would have the top garments, and that they did. All right, and that even to this day, you see those belts from world championships. You see those, WWE belts, those big belts, which are fashioned after basically those girdles. All right, scriptures talk about John saw the Lord with a golden girdle. Well, that's what that is. That's that belt. All right, that's what priests and men of war and kings wore. All right, so Lord willing, this is edifying, man. I'm just calling brothers to continue to push, continue to fight. I know it's hard. I know it's a fucked up place, but the Lord did bless us with his wisdom and understanding. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things that we could do while we still have time. So Lord willing, it's edifying. This is it boosts your faith, it boosts your energy. You know, that's what everything is about, the energy. All right, and we're tapped into the most high of everything. You know what I'm saying? We have that tether. So, shalom.